What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe our videos. Today we are going to be talking about some tips for eating during the holiday season, especially if you have weight loss goals. I've got 7 tips for you. Go ahead and stay tuned. So these are 7 tips that I've come up with to help you stay on track during the holidays. We know that during the holidays you've got parties, you've got events, you've got family gatherings, and we want to be able to enjoy them while still hitting our goals and still staying on track. Now, all of the tips I'm about to give you come with a big asterisk, and that is that these completely depend on you and your goals. If you have weight loss goals, these are going to be really beneficial to you. If you don't necessarily have weight loss goals, but you're still trying to stay on track, these are still going to be really great tips to help you hit your macros, hit your numbers, and not show up January 1st ready to start some sort of crazy diet New Year's resolution. So the first tip is don't go to your party or your event hungry. Eat as you normally would throughout the day. Get your protein in, get your veggies in. Don't go on an empty stomach. That's just going to encourage you to want to overeat. Not to mention, I'm 99% you're going to feel even more uncomfortable if you do end up overeating because you started with an empty stomach. Now, the only thing that I might consider is trying to get in a majority of my protein throughout the day instead of hoarding all of my macros for the end of the day. So stick with protein during the day, stick with veggies, eggs, egg whites, things that are gonna save a lot of room in your day so you can have those fun treats at your party. The second tip that I have, if there's some sort of like a buffet table or a food table laid out already, is browse your options before you commit to making yourself a plate. Choose the things that you really, really want to eat. Maybe there are a couple desserts on there that you're eyeballing, maybe some really awesome side dishes. If you choose what you want ahead of time by eyeballing the table first, you're going to end up making a lot better decisions than just walking through a buffet line and piling stuff on your plate. The third tip, and I hear this all the time from people, is don't linger around the food table. I know a lot of times there are like appetizers laid out or maybe a cocktail table or something like that. The less you linger there, the less inclined you're going to be to just mindlessly snack, eat, drink, whatever it is. Make yourself a plate of something that you really want. Go sit down, enjoy it, have a conversation with your friends and family, and really savor each bite. Now, the fourth tip is about drinking. Now, I know that there are a lot of really fun holiday cocktails and beverages that we all look forward to every year. But you do want to keep in mind, if you do have weight loss goals or if you're just generally trying to stay on track, drinking can add up to a lot of extra calories over the course of your evening. You can definitely drink, just make smart decisions. A beer, a cocktail, a glass of wine is going to run you, 150 to maybe 225 calories, not really a huge deal. A glass of eggnog, on the other hand, is upwards of 500 calories. So you can make smart decisions ahead of time by knowing what you want to drink. Remember, if you do want to enjoy that glass of eggnog, save a little bit of room for it. The other tip in regards to drinking, and I hear this a lot too, is to have a glass of water or have a glass of sparkling water in between your beverages. This will probably keep you from getting super drunk, so that's probably a good idea. And again, also just save you some of those calories. Now, the fifth tip is to take 10 before going in for seconds. Now, what I mean by this is it takes our bodies about 10 to 20 minutes to actually recognize if we are satisfied and full or not. So after you finish your first plate, put it aside, go sit down, again, enjoy, conversation with family and friends before you actually make that decision to have seconds. If you're still hungry, obviously go for it. If there's something you really have your eye on that you definitely have to have seconds of, go for it. Just take a little bit of time before you do so. Tip number 6 is take a walk or dance. I know a lot of holiday parties, especially around New Year's, there can be some sort of dancing involved. It's a great way to stay active instead of just like sitting and eating and drinking the whole time. And the other tip would be to take a walk. I know at my family gatherings, we have a lot of usually dogs involved too. So it's helpful if maybe after your first plate or after you're done eating everything, to take a walk around the neighborhood. Again, enjoy that conversation with your family and friends. And then, it'll just help you stay active during the meal, and you're less likely to feel that really, really full, uncomfortable feeling afterwards. Now, the seventh and last tip that I have for you is to have what you really want. There's no reason during the holidays why you should, try to completely restrict yourself from those things that you look forward to all year. Maybe your grandma makes like an amazing Christmas pie, or your mom makes like the best scalloped potatoes in the world. Go for it. Like, definitely enjoy those things. Worst case scenario is, you leave that event and you're like, oh, like I really wish that I had eaten those things. You don't have to succumb to that. If you're making smart choices the majority of the year, again, we're talking like the last 2 months of the year here, you're going to be just fine a couple of meals being off. So definitely enjoy those things that you really want to have. So the last thing that I'll say before we get out of here today is just a consideration. If you have weight loss goals and you're really trying to stay on track through the holidays, these tips are definitely going to help you. However, what you can also consider is, over the course of November, maybe December as well, is adjusting your calories and your macros up to maintenance. So this might mean an extra 200 to 500 calories a day. That's just going to give you a little bit more wiggle room. It's not going to cause weight gain. You're not necessarily going to lose weight, but it is a really great time to take what we call a diet break, so that you aren't stressing so much about everything that you're eating over the course of the holidays. That's all I've got for you today. If you guys have any comments, questions, or if you have your own tips about staying on track during the holidays, I would love to hear them in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe to us here. We have a lot of holiday planned videos going on for you right now. Stay tuned, and we'll talk to you guys next time.